Fight! New Cyclops, Liu Kang, Shang Tsung, Scorpion, Shao Kahn, Raiden, Sub-Zero. Come here!
Your spine shook. Yes. I'm simply too fast.
The void begins. Death comes for all. Dream of nightmares. Beware the shadows. Outstanding. 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 Outstanding.
You suck.
Don't make me laugh. Impressive.
Welcome back, everybody, to the MK Mobile Podcast. I need you to sit down and prepare yourself for this episode because not only is MK Mobile celebrating their 7th year anniversary, but I have now hit 2,555 days straight of playing this game. What the hell is happening? 7 years. That is 7 years. Happy. 7 years. That's crazy. Woo! Welcome back, everybody. Holy crap. Oh, had to do that 7-year jam. Had to start it off with a 7-year jam. I think this might be the most consistent thing I've ever done with my life. Ever freaking done with my life. In fact, I'm starting to think maybe, possibly, that I might be breaking some type of Guinness World Record. Now, that could be possibly just tapping on a piece of glass consecutively for 7 years straight, or possibly playing like a mobile game consecutively every freaking day of your life for 7 years. That could be it. I don't know. But I will tell you this. Down the road, when they look back at me and listen to this podcast, they will say either that guy was amazing or he was clinically insane. And we should have seen the writing on the wall at that point. But regardless, we have hit 7 years, 2,555 days straight. And I feel like I should throw one of these out. It is that big of a deal. And I do not throw those air horns out very often. So you know it's a big deal. But anyways, we are all gathered here today to celebrate the fact that Mortal Kombat Mobile has been around for 7 years. And I think that's pretty good for a mobile game these days, honestly. You see a lot of games come and go, but for one to be able to stick around for damn near a decade now, that's pretty good, in my opinion. But back to this episode, the fact that they are celebrating their 7-year anniversary, and the fact that I'm kind of celebrating my 7-year anniversary playing the game, I thought it would be great to put together my top 7 moments of the game. Now, I had a hard time choosing these because there are so many fun things that have happened over the last 7 years, but I wanted to narrow it down to very important key things that have happened, and I hope you enjoy this list. And at the end, stick around, because I asked you guys on Twitter what some of your favorite moments from the past 7 years were, and I got a lot of responses, so I'll be reading through those as well. And with that, let's get into my top 7 MKX Mobile and MK Mobile moments over the last 7 years. Number 7 is creating my YouTube channel. That is where everything, that was the catalyst to where I'm at now. Without that, I would not be where I'm at. And it might be interesting, when I first started my YouTube channel back in like 2015, kind of late 2014, I was very heavily influenced by other gaming channels like Inside Gaming, Funhouse. Not only that, also just the production style of other channels like The Nerdist. So if you go back, actually some of my first videos I uploaded were in that style where it was, me and 3 other guys hanging out, just playing video games. And if you look back at some of my first videos, those are still freaking there. They were still there. And so that's kind of why I started the channel. But then in 2015, mkmobile came out, and I downloaded that, started playing it, and just started like really enjoying the graphics, really enjoying the fact that I was playing a game that I loved from my childhood on a mobile app. And I just thought it would be a good idea to start uploading some of that content onto my channel. It started out with basically just X-rays, character X-rays. I did a couple challenges like the Flaming Fist Liu Kang challenge, the Thunder God Raiden challenge. And in the beginning, y'all, it was just me and one other guy doing videos on this game. That would have been me and then Star and Sky. That was it. So it was a fun time. There wasn't really a lot of content creators out there doing it. And that's where my audience, I started gaining subscribers based on those videos. So over time, I kind of quit doing the inside gaming style and the let's play style and got more into just uploading content from the game. And then eventually, I started dabbling in streaming, did a face reveal, and just really, it was a fun time, like I said before, and that's why that comes in as one of the top 7 moments of the past 7 years for this game. And so, coming in at number 6, I put down the 2.0 update and the game direction change that we all kind of noticed during that time. Not all these moments were good ones, but they were like very important moments, okay? And I think anybody that was around before 2.0 will understand what I'm saying. There was a definite shift in the direction of the game as far as how they were marketing it and how they were going to change the way you were going to acquire cards, which honestly changes everything about the game, in my opinion. And so I don't really need to rail on this too much because you all hear about this on social media. If you were around before the 2.0, you already know about it. But if you want to get a good look at a couple key players and what their thoughts are during that change, during that transition on that 2.0, go back and listen to like some of my first podcasts. So like I did the first one ever was with Casey Gaming. The second one was with the Man No Game 45. But anyways, we really talk about that time, that period of MKX Mobile, transitioning into mkmobile, and I think you'll get some good information out of that. But that was definitely coming in. That had to be in my top 7 just because of how important that was to everybody playing the game at that time. So that was number 6. Number 5. I freaking love number 5. I'm going to start number 5 off with a soundbite, so you can guess right before I tell you what it was. And here it is.
All too easy.
That's right. You all know who that is. That is classic Reptile. If you were around for the classic Reptile release, you remember it. That was one of the most memorable moments for me. The way they didn't tell anybody about it. They didn't tell anybody about this character, okay? You just randomly found out about him either on like Twitter, YouTube, or by playing the game itself. Because that green tower would show up in quest mode and you're like, what the hell is that? And then all of a sudden, you realize there is a classic Reptile in the game, and it's like, holy crap. They just got super creative, and they stuck to the history of the game about hiding characters, especially Reptile, with his history of being a hidden character. And it was just fun to find out about a new character that way. Nowadays, there's so many data miners out there that once they release an update, within an hour, you can pretty much find out what the next character is going to be, what the next equipment card packs are going to be, possibly even more if you wanted to. So the days of the game, of the developers hiding characters, hiding information from the players, is pretty much over unless they were to just release them with new updates. Like if you wanted to keep it hidden, you would have to basically do more updates and release those characters during that. But yeah, it was a fun time. You didn't know what was coming next, and they did Classic Reptile a solid by releasing him like that. It was so much fun, so much fun. Okay, going on to number 4. And for that spot, I put down Brutalities. So the addition of Brutalities. I wanted Brutalities to be added so bad ever since I started playing the game, and then when they finally did, it was awesome. So that would have been the Lin Kuei Tower, I believe. Actually, I would take that back. So technically, Shao Kahn's Emperor's Bash was kind of a brutality, kind of in a way. So they kind of had that already. And they did have fatalities when you play battle mode. You can take out some of the bosses for those towers with fatalities. But it was just different because now you had this special equipment that would allow certain characters a chance to do brutality. So that was a huge moment because it just opened up all the possibilities in my mind. Like, oh my God, so who could get a brutality next? Basically, is what I was thinking. And they haven't disappointed me yet. Like, I've loved every single one that came out, except for Kung Lao's. But you know what? I'm not hating. They're all good. So, anyways, so number 4, definitely brutality, and we are making our way up to the number 1 moment over the last 7 years. And with that, let's get into number 3. And that is when I was live streaming one of the updates on a Realmcast. I think they were called Realmcast or Nether. Oh, anyways, they used to have these live streams from the developers of mkmobile, and I can't remember what they were called. I think it might have been something with Tower, but dang it, I can't remember. Sorry. But with that, I was watching it. I was live streaming it. I had viewers watching with me, and I got a shout out from Tyler, JJ, and Mick on the Realmcast. It was so freaking awesome. And here is actually the clip of when that happened.
It's from Gametimegaming, who I'm sure is watching.
Oh, yeah. Big fans. Big fans.
That's me, guys.
1,400 days, 3.5 years, 46 months, 200 weeks.
I know.
No matter how you break it down, it has always been time well spent connecting with awesome friends, playing an incredible game created by amazing people. Can't wait to see what's next. Hashtag MKMobile.
I want to cry.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna seriously. That's overwhelming. Yeah,
That's really.
Holy crap, you guys.
So, to all the fans who continue to
I
play
know.
Mortal Kombat Mobile, thank you for
Yeah,
all of
thank
that.
you very much.
Yeah, thank you for playing.
I mean, we really try our
Yeah.
best to put out these updates.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Yep, so there it is. It was so cool. I still am blown away that actually happened. But what made it even better was that we were all watching it at the same time. So I'm hoping to put out an actual YouTube version of this episode. And when I do, I will have that clip so you can actually watch it. And you'll probably see, if you're a long-time subscriber, you'll probably see your name in there because you guys were going crazy when that happened. But that was definitely, so that definitely came in the 3rd spot for me. Okay, number 2. On a similar note, was just an amazing opportunity that I never ever thought I would actually get to do. And that was sitting down and talking with McPack on this podcast. That was such a fun experience. And I feel so blessed that I was actually able to do that. It was just so nice to sit down and actually get to talk to a developer that is developing one of your favorite games and just get to talk to them on a down-to-earth basis, get to know their love for Mortal Kombat, how they came up in their field of expertise, what they do now, and then not only that, get to learn about some brand new game information live on the podcast. That was so fun. That was so fun. So that definitely comes in at number 2 on this list. So we are now at the very top. The very top. So the number 1 top moment for me playing this game over the last 7 years, and I think you probably know it. It's super cheesy, but it's true, and that is connecting with all of you amazing people and making friends throughout these last 7 years. So just like I said, that my YouTube channel was basically the catalyst to everything that's happened in the last 7 years, the same holds true for this. The fact that I was able to make so many cool friends and meet so many cool people and talk to so many cool people really kept me going. That's one of the major things that just keeps your excitement going, keeps your drive going, and without that, none of this would have taken place. So I have to give a huge thank you to all of you that have stuck with me for 7 frickin' years. I really do appreciate it. And with that, everybody, those are my top 7 moments playing MK Mobile over the last 7 years. And so now that that's done, let's get into what some of your top 7 moments were from the game. And we will start off right with Bojar, talking about people that have stuck with me for 7 years. This guy right here. Awesome friend, awesome friend. I've actually done a couple podcasts with him. Check out the history of this podcast and you will find him scattered through it, peppered through some of these episodes. But anyways, he says, honestly, finding out some good bugs. Can't agree more. Elder God Kenshi performing double specials. Opponents performing x-rays in the middle of Kenshi's x-ray. Scorpions generating almost 1 bar when performing SP1. Combat Cup Cassie Cage's nightmare outfit. And Sun God Kotal approaching menacingly and much more. Oh, I loved frickin' Scorpion's SP1 when it was generating like a bar of power. You could just spam that thing over and over. That came out, so that bug came out right around when Hanzo was released, if you remember that. But yeah, good, awesome choice, Bojar. I can't agree with you more of that. Okay, going over to Hisham. He basically saying that I hope that one day this challenge will come back. The game was much more fun before, and he's showing a picture of the MK11 Jade trial. And I can't agree more. The trials, honestly, were just a great way to experience a new character. And it was also a great first experience for a new player. And I really do hope they bring those back as well. And finally, we got a response from Rain here. He is showing the old MKX mobile store. Good memories with that store, as well as the Elite Pack Pro. Both of those I took for granted so much. I never thought they were going to disappear, but they did. So yeah, definitely. Gotta love the store, and gotta love that amazing Elite Pack Pro pack that they came out with. So with that, I'm going to wrap things up, and that is going to be the end of this episode of the MK Mobile Podcast. If you're listening and you want to share some of your favorite moments, hit me up on Twitter at Gametimegaming1 and just leave a comment there. I'll know what you're talking about. Just do like hashtag the MK Mobile Podcast and I'll get it. But yeah, thank you all so much for being part of this last 7 years. And here's to many more. And thank you everybody for listening to this episode, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye. Thanks for listening, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the MK Mobile Podcast. The MK Mobile Podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. And if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube as well as follow me on Twitter at GametimeGaming1, where you'll find MK Mobile information, gameplay, and more.